Welcome everybody to episode 2 of Nexus eSports News. I'm your host, Six. Last week we discussed Navi's dominating win over Dignitas in the EU Finals, Virtus.Pro drops Kunichan, temporarily picking up Gela, Kappa Wolves pick up B-Kid, and players' thoughts on Rexar and the future of competitive heroes. This week, we've got another drop player on Complexity, E-Stars unable to compete due to visa issues with Braveheart replacing them, Korean teams being banned from the Gold Series Season 2, and highlights from the WCA Open Qualifier Finals between FNATIC and G2 Kingwin. First up, we got the news from China, with E-Star Gaming unable to obtain their visas to play in the World Championship. Though they had an impressive showing during the Chinese Regional Championships, visa issues do remove them from the competition. Not to worry though, because Chinese team Bravehearts have stepped up to replace them. Riddled with issues, a few members of Braveheart were also unable to obtain their visas, and they will be replaced by members of Edward Gaming. Braveheart placed third in the Chinese Regionals, so here's hoping that they're able to put up against the stiff competition they'll be pitted against. Complexity made a roster change recently, removing Blinks from their roster. Being a founding member of the Team Barrel Boys that soon got picked up by Complexity, the now ex-support player was disappointed when the team made a decision to continue without him on the roster. He was noted as saying, "Unfortunately this time it was me, but sometimes that's just the way it plays out." With Blinks currently teamless, he added that he still plans on playing professionally despite the removal from COL, but at this time COL has allowed him to stay on as a streamer until he finds another team. Turns out Koreans have had quite the blow placed on them from the Chinese Season 2 of Gold Series, with Koreans being effectively barred from competing. This places a hefty blow onto Team DK, composed entirely of Korean players, as well as Snake eSports, who when they found out about the decision made by the administrators of Gold Series, had terminated their contracts with the Korean players. Team DK is set to head to the World Championships representing Korea, but it is currently unclear how the loss of one of their sponsors could lead to issues. We'll report on this as we find details. The WCA Open Qualifier Finals recently finished and the results were fantastic. Virtus.Pro solidified a third-place finish by taking their match 2-0 against Poet Crew. The finals, which I'll be working to highlight, were between FNATIC and G2 eSports in a best-of-3 format. The first match opens up into pick and ban phase, with FNATIC opting to take Tyrael, Uther, Vala, Tassadar, and Kerrigan, while G2 eSports decide on taking Abathur, Joanna, Arthas, Brightwing, and Raynor. The match unfortunately started off with lag issues and had to end up with a rehost. After load-in, FNATIC took an early experience lead, hitting level 5 before G2 eSports. Unable to rotate in time, FNATIC gave up first tribute uncontested, allowing G2 to catch up to FNATIC's experience lead. As the second tribute spawns, FNATIC go to contest, but lack of focus allowed Brightwing to capture the tribute without so much as losing a single point of health. The third tribute fell to FNATIC, but G2 were able to punish them with a 5-man push in the top lane, dropping their tier 1 wall, exposing the fort. As the fourth tribute spawns, the two teams clash and FNATIC were able to drop Arthas, but G2 countered with a kill on Kerrigan while Brightwing secured the tribute, allowing G2 to snowball, easily taking the top lane structures during the curse. G2 easily secured the next 3 tributes, bringing on a second curse to FNATIC as they secure the top lane boss. FNATIC contest the bot lane boss, but lose sight of their core, losing it to a double Raynor backdoor by Raynor and Abathur to win the game convincingly in favor of G2 eSports. After the convincing match win in Cursed Hollow, Match 2 goes underway. This time the players find themselves in Dragonshire. As pick and ban phase begin, we see FNATIC pick up Jaina, Joanna, Zagara, Malfurion, and Anubarak, while G2 secure Kalthus, Muradin, Brightwing, Tyrell, and Illidan. In an early level 1 team fight in mid lane allows G2 to gain an early lead, securing a double kill onto FNATIC, killing Jaina and Zagara. FNATIC try to come back by securing the double shrines, but quickly lose it in a quick rotation. A heavy team fight in the middle lane gives G2 a triple kill, allowing them to force down the tier 1 fort and wall. FNATIC try to counter as G2 retreat, forcing another team fight that FNATIC found themselves on the losing end of. G2 end up in a 3-level lead and a free push through the mid lane, only one cannon tower standing. The first Dragon Knight of the game came in at 13 minutes in favor of G2, pushing through the top lane structures, easily leaving the game 13 kills to nil in favor of G2. They quickly gain a second Dragon Knight uncontested around 17 minutes into the game, securing the most convincing win of the best of 3 matches. FNATIC's player Smexy Style shows his good sportsmanship by congratulating G2 eSports on their win and wishing them good luck in China. The series and $11,000 goes over to G2 eSports. Good games and well played, guys. In extra news, the World Championships have come and the bracket matches have started. We'll be dedicating a show to Worlds in the coming weeks, but I wanted to go over the current bracket winners and the team that I believe will have a huge impact on the championship finals coming. With the first day of groups already finished, Cloud9 and Na'Vi advanced to the semis. Cloud9 took an absolute steamroll in Group A, coming out of their first match 2-0 into the winners bracket, defeating Dignitas 2-1, with Na'Vi mirroring them in Group B against Chinese team Braveheart and all-Korean team, Team DK. So far, it looks like the two biggest teams in the finals will be Cloud9 and Na'Vi. I'm going to put my vote with Na'Vi because I'm a big fan of their play, but let me know in the comments below who you believe will be the final two, and tell me your favorite choice for the 2015 Heroes of the Storm World Champion. That's it for the news in Nexus eSports this week. Remember to give that subscribe button a click so you can stay tuned for the next episode of Nexus eSports News, where we bring you the best in Heroes of the Storm eSports. Also, look forward to the World Show that will be showcasing the best news from the Worlds in the coming weeks. Once again, I'm your host, Six. Now get out there and defend that Nexus, heroes.